Hi everybody, thanks for joining me. I'm going to walk through how Tonkean can help give your customers an extremely repeatable, efficient, and most of all high quality and really personal onboarding experience. Tonkean is an orchestration solution that's used to manage all of the different systems you currently have today. We work through APIs so that you can automate processes easily with no code. Specifically, we're helping customers through the process of onboarding their customers because it's a highly variable workflow that works with a lot of different people and systems, and a lot of times balls are dropped, tasks are missed, and it's a very difficult process to report on. So with Tonkean, what I have is right here within a Slack channel, because we use Slack personally, but this could be Teams, this could even be email. It reaches out and says that I have an account that is ready to onboard. So let's say that I'm the customer success manager or the engagement manager, the person who's moving this customer from pre to post sale. How can I help and how can Tonkean help me? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is click the begin onboard button, and immediately a form pops up and you have full control over this form, what options are listed here and how you use it. Let's say that you wanted to capture information like contract length, the expected close date, or if there was a partner involved. Maybe this changes how this particular workflow is handled. Tonkean goes ahead and grabs the available information from another system such as Salesforce of who is the accounts, who are my primary contacts, so that I don't have to enter this information, I can just confirm it. We could do this with any system. So we are again API enabled so that these forms are data driven. So if you have information available to you, you don't force the customer success or the handoff person to have to re-enter it or go find it. We can surface it all right here and just confirm it. From there, Tonkean's going to reach out and say, okay, I've logged your request. Here is a tracking interface for you to use so that you can quickly onboard this customer. Now, why is this significant? Because normally this is a process that might exist in multiple other systems, and Tonkean as an orchestrator is able to pull information from these systems and display it in a single view. It's also able to track both the automated steps that need to happen in order to move this customer through this process to the manual tasks that maybe need to happen to move this customer through the process. So that combination of human ownership and machine automation is really key here. We're ensuring that your human beings stay centered to this process. So for instance, maybe a step that you have is creating an external Slack channel. This is something we often do with our clients, or perhaps the customer uses Teams, that's fine. What we can do is create a shared collaborative space for your customer transition team to communicate with the customer. Now, again, fully configure this process to your unique onboarding process, but Tonkean is more than just grabbing information and putting it places. We're able to get the human interaction so they can select the right participants, and then orchestrate Slack to create that channel for you so that these steps are transparent, so that they're trackable, repeatable. And like I said, Tonkean, being the orchestrator, can see that interaction has happened and can see that Slack channel is created and capture the information about it here. As well, the user can, of course, now go to the Dunder Mifflin Slack channel and review the information there. Let's say that the next step in your process is to create a SOW, a statement of work. Often this is done pre or post sale, and it's the role of scoping the implementation with the client and getting their feedback on what are the most critical use cases for you to get up and off the ground with our solution. Well, let's say I'm ready to begin the SOW process. I can kick it off with just a click, and now another sub workflow has kicked off. Again, 100% no code. So we've been orchestrating through Slack and Salesforce and Google Drive, and doing so without having to write a single line of code so that you, the customer transition manager, or whatever your role is, can manage and own this process and can change it if it needs to change over time. So now I can see the document that was created for Dunder Mifflin Infinity. I can see that it automatically pulled information that I had entered and managed through that form. And if you like, it can even send it directly to my shared Slack environment that's connected now, so that it can be reviewed and then marked for revisions, or go ahead and approved by your customer if you like. I'm going to go ahead and hit approve, and that's going to move this particular onboarding workflow to done. But just know, the steps in this workflow, the automation, and of course the tasks that are involved in onboarding a customer is completely up to you. This way, every action taken is reported on, and we can view if there are bottlenecks in our onboarding process and ensure that all of those customer milestones, whether it be automatically scheduling kickoff calls 30 days, 60 days, 90 days in advance, are taken care of using the Tonkean workflow. So I hope this was helpful. We'd love to learn more about your unique onboarding workflow and how Tonkean can automate that with no code. Have a good one.